temperatures. The outlook continues with some showers, but high pressure looks like it's going to build as we head towards the end of the week and into next week. So hopefully, if that does happen, things will settle down. Sal and John.
Oh, Carol, thank you very much indeed. Can I ask you a really personal question?
Yes.
How much time do you think you spend every day on your phone?
Oh my goodness, most of the day, I'm ashamed to say.
Yeah, I know. I think we're all having to examine our lives as we ask that question this morning. Thank you. This is why we're asking.
Yeah, how much time do you think you spend staring at your phone? And how many hours will you have racked up by the time you go to sleep tonight?
The answer for Carol, for us, for everyone is probably too much, because that's why many of us are now deciding to swap our smartphones for what are called dumb phones, with fewer distractions, and you're less tempted to pick them up.
I love that.
Dumb phone.
Even the man who helped invent the very first mobile phone believes his creation is now completely out of control. Well, Breakfast Jay McCubbin has been to meet him.
On the phone.
This is what the very first mobile phone looked like. As you can see, it's huge.
This is Martin Cooper, the man who helped to invent the very first mobile phone, the man who made the very first mobile phone call.
For 20 to 25 minutes, and the battery would die. Of course, that wasn't a problem because this phone is so heavy you couldn't hold it up for 20 or 25 minutes.
Do you know how many people have a mobile phone right now on Earth? And way back when, could you ever have imagined it would be that prolific?
Of course, Jane, we knew even back in the 1970s, 1960s, that everybody would ultimately have a mobile phone. In fact, the story that we told was that someday when you were born, you'd be assigned a phone number, and if you didn't answer the phone, you had died.
Good afternoon.
The one thing we did not anticipate is that there was you were going to have access to the internet, a digital camera, this powerful computer in your phone, because none of those things existed.
Good afternoon, sir.
Today, more than 6.5 billion people own a mobile, almost 84% of the world's population. But let's stop and ask, how are we all doing with that?
How long do you think you spend on your phone every day?
When I'm not at work, maybe like 5 or 6 hours.
Most of the day, to be honest.
So you go, screen time.
I'm going to get caught now.
Daily average, 5 hours, 29 minutes. 6 hours, 25
I feel
minutes.
like that's probably average.
What are you looking at all day?
Cats and food.
It's mainly YouTube.
Cat videos, food videos. What's it called? ASMR.
What's ASMR?
It's people eating and making sounds. I know that's like,
what?
Don't put that in there.
Some people have had enough.
Please.
My name is Dulcie Cowling, and I gave up my smartphone because it was too addictive. I would pick up my phone to do something simple like check the weather, and then next thing I knew, I would be putting clothes into a shopping basket or reading about something terrible going on in the world.
This is what Dulcie did. Remember these? She ditched her smartphone and switched to an old-style dumb phone, all the telephone capability without any of the apps.
Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. I think there are nicer things to spend your time on.
More and more people are making this choice, but with the old dumb phone 3G network being switched off in 2033, tech entrepreneurs are updating Martin Cooper's original idea.
Hello, my name's Kai. I co-founded Lightphone in Brooklyn, New York. We create a simplified smartphone that strips away all the noise and distractions so you can have just essential tool without being distracted constantly by your smartphone and social media.
So there's phone calls, texts, maps and music, but none of the distracting apps.
What we are creating is similar to hammer and screwdriver, right? You use it and then you put it back. It disappeared. It's not like you use your hammer and you swipe your hammer for 2 hours for entertainment. It's just weird. You know, why can't I just bring a simplified tool that does what I want it to do without trying to make money off my data and my time and attention?
of course, when you go through these, the beginning stages of new technology, there are always things that are unanticipated. Some of these social media that have just gotten impossible. They have taken over some people's lives. They permit the dissemination of false information. So there are lots of disadvantages. But what's the solution to that? The solution is education. Make sure that the mobile phone does all these functional things that make people's lives better, to make them smarter, make them more efficient so that we can eliminate poverty. In the future, your cell phone will be monitoring you all the time. If you can do a physical examination every minute or two, then you can really anticipate diseases before they happen. So those are the really good things, and they are so much more important than some of these disadvantages that happen. We're going to figure it out, but it's going to take at least another generation.
Right, 6 hours. Can you get your calculator on for us?
Oh, I don't want to know.
Go on.
The mobile has evolved. It eats our time.
That's awful. 91 days.
A year.
Yeah.
And our attention.
That's 3 months.
Yeah.
But the man who was there from the very beginning thinks it could be the very thing that saves us all.
But, Maddie.
So I would guess that I use my mobile phone less than 5% of my time.
So what would you say to anybody like myself who are upwards of 5 hours?
Do you really spend 5 hours a day? I would say, Jane, get a life.
Go on.
How long's yours?
No, how long is yours? You tell me first.
I'm not going to say.
Oh, we're not going to say?
My kids are going to... I have no authority with my children if I say how long I'm on my phone. I'll show you.
Me.
Only you. Don't say it out loud, okay?
Okay. Okay. Do you want to see mine?
Yes. 0.
Yes, because I'm not recording it.
Oh, you can't do that.
I didn't know you could.
That's totally cheating.
Well,
right, switch it on now. I'd love to see this time tomorrow what you've actually been on.
I'll do it today.
You're on it way more than me. Let us know via your phone this morning how long you use yours for, whether you've changed your habits. Get in touch on email, bbcbreakfast@bbc.co.uk.
And you can tweet us as well about anything we're talking about on the programme today at BBC Breakfast.
Oh dear, a lot of pressure. We're all under this morning.